about our water resources. What are resources? Tell me children. Resources are nothing but the natural products, the products that we get from the nature. What are those? Air, water, food. Am I right? Now today we are going to learn about the sources of water. Generally, from where do we get water, children? Water is very important for our survival, and also complete earth, I mean to say 71% of the earth, or 79 or 3/4 of the earth is being covered with the water bodies. What are those water bodies we have? Rivers. Let us come from the bigger to smaller. Ocean, seas, rivers, lakes, ponds and wells. These are the sources of water. Apart from this, what is the main source of water, children? From all these water bodies, where do we get the rain? Where do we get the water? Yes, we get the water from the rains. If we get good rainfall, then ample of water will be available to us. We should not waste the sources that we are getting it from the nature. Okay, now let us see our water resources. Water is essential for life. We need water to drink, cook food, wash clothes and do many other things. Farmer need water to grow crops. Is it not? Water is very essential for life. So for what purposes we are using the water? We are using the water to drink, to cook our food, to wash our clothes and to do many other things also. Without water, a human being or a living thing cannot survive. Even plants need water to grow. Am I right? Are you watering the plants daily or not? Yes. So water is an essential, or it's an important part, or it's very important for the living things to survive. Now, sources of water. About 3/4 of the earth is covered with the water. Already we learned 3/4 of the earth is covered with the water, and 1/4, that is 30% of it is covered with the land, and 70% is covered with the water. That is why our planet is called as the blue planet. Now, there are many sources of water. So what are that? Rain, groundwater, ponds and lakes, rivers, seas and oceans. So these are the main sources of water. So what are those? Rain, groundwater, ponds and lakes, rivers and seas and oceans. Now rain, it is a main source of fresh water. So whatever the water we are getting it from the rain, it's a fresh water. Farmers depend upon the rainwater for their crops. Am I right? So generally we see farmers will wait for the rains to come, because that is very important for them to grow the crops. Okay. Next, groundwater. Much of the rain that falls seeps into the ground. This is called as the groundwater. Whatever the rain is falling on the ground, it is being taken away by the ground. Seeps, it means seeps ante కిందకి వెళ్ళిపోవడం, గ్రౌండ్ లోకి ఇంకిపోవడం, అబ్జార్బ్ అయిపోవడం. Ground will absorb the water. So whatever the water we are getting from the ground is nothing but ground water. Next, ponds and lakes. An area of water surrounded by a land is called a pond. Pond ante చెరువులు. Okay, so a land which has water in it. Okay, area of water that is surrounded by the land is nothing but the ponds. చెరువులు, చిన్న చిన్న చెరువులు ఉంటాయి కదా, అవి ponds. A lake is bigger than a pond. Lake is bigger than the pond. Rainwater collects in ponds and lakes. So if you have చిన్న చిన్న చెరువులు అలా ఉంటే వర్షం పడుతుంది, and that water is being stored in this ponds or the lakes. Next, rivers. Where the rivers will come? Generally we see rivers are flowing from the mountains or the hilly regions. Right? Now, rivers that originate in the mountains get water from the melting of snow and rain. Now see children, from where these ponds and lakes and ground or whatever is it are getting the water? These lakes or ponds, they are getting the water from the rain. But the rivers that are coming from the mountains, they are getting the water from the melting snow. Already we learned the tip of the mountain is covered with the snow. As the snow melts down, it converts into water, and this water is nothing but it is flowing in the form of the river from the mountains. Hence, they carry water throughout the year. Since the snow is melting out and we are getting more water from the melting of snow than the rain, therefore, the rivers always have the water completely 365 days. Okay. Rivers that originate from the plateaus get water only from rain. I have said you, plateaus you have less amount of rain. Plains, rivers will have water throughout the year compared with the plateaus. So the plateaus will get the rain from, plateaus will get the water from rain. Okay, I mean to say rivers that flow through the plateaus will get the water from rain. They almost dry up during summer. In summer season, do we have rains? No. Okay, so during summer season, the rivers near the plateaus will be completely dried up. Seas and oceans. Most of the water on the earth is in the form of sea and ocean. Completely say 70% of the water on the earth is in the form of sea and oceans. However, this water is salty. So the water that is in sea and ocean, they are salty. We cannot drink salt water. Am I right? So the water that is in sea and ocean cannot be used for drinking purposes or for any other process. Next, means of irrigation. So these are the sources of water. What are the sources of water? Rain, groundwater, ponds and lakes, rivers, seas and oceans. These are the main sources of water. But I say the important source of water is rain, because from rain we get very fresh water. And water from these ponds, lakes and for the rain we can use it for any other purposes. But the water in the sea and ocean, we cannot use it for any purpose because the water is salty. Next, to grow crops, farmers need sufficient and timely supply of water. This is possible only through irrigation. There are different means of irrigation in India. So, farmers, in order to grow the crops well, what they needed? They need the water in a proper way and in a proper quantity. Okay. Now, let us see what are the different means of sources the farmers are using for cultivation of the crops. Tubes and wells and tube wells. In villages, people dig wells or to bring groundwater to the surface. Water is drawn using a Persian wheel. Sometimes groundwater lies at the great depth. In such a case, a deep hole is dug. A tube is sunk in the hole and water is brought up using an electric pump. Such a well is called a tube well. They are widely used in Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh and Gujarat. Now, since generally in villages you find more wells. Am I right? Because you will find the wells near the agricultural lands only. Because the farmers, what do? Farmers, they depend on the rain. Suppose if they don't get rain, then in what way they give the water to their fields? Yes, from the wells and the tube wells. Wells are nothing but bawulu. Wells అంటే ఏంటి? బావులు. ఆ బావుల నుంచి పర్షియన్ వీల్ అంటే పైన ఒక వీల్ ఉంటుంది. దాంతోటి బకెట్ లోపల వేసి ఆ తాడుతోటి లాగుతాం. ఆ వీల్ ఉంటుంది కదా, that is called as the Persian wheel. And what are these tube wells? Tube wells అంటే ఏంటి? Tube wells are nothing but bore water. Like they dig a bore. Bores వేస్తూ ఉంటారు కదా, మోటార్ వేస్తారు కదా. So they dig a hole inside the earth. They dig a hole inside the hole. So whatever the hole they made it, that hole they will be covering with a huge tube. Okay, they insert the tube and they connect it to the electric pump. When they switch it on, with that electric pump from the ground level, they are taking the water. So with the help of this groundwater and the wells, they are using the water, the they water or they supply the water to their fields in order to grow the crops. So where do we find such type of irrigation? We find in the states Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh and Gujarat. Okay, next canals. In the northern and coastal plains, small channels are dug to take water from the rivers to the fields. These are canals. Canals are the kaluvalu. Okay, they dig the canal so that the river water will flow through the canal, and from the canal they give or they supply water to their cultivated lands. Then tanks. In the southern plateaus, the low-lying areas get filled with water during the monsoon season. These are called tanks. Tank irrigation is mostly practiced in Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Madhya Pradesh and Karnataka. Listen children, already we learned in plateaus, the rivers completely dry up during the summer season. So the rivers are filled with the water only during the rainy seasons. Okay, so in such areas, where do we are getting the water? Whatever the rainwater we are getting, they store it in these tanks. Okay, so with that tank, from the tank, they gather the water and they use it for the irrigation. So generally this procedure or this practiced agriculture or the water from the tanks, this procedure is followed in which states? Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Madhya Pradesh and Karnataka. Okay, if you see your picture, see tube wells, you have seen the tube well, how the water is coming out, canal, kaluvalu tabbesi, river lo nunchi water canal lo vastundi. Canal nunchi they are using the water for their agricultural fields. And tanks, see there is a rectangular shape, akkada they are storing the water, that is nothing but the tank. Next, sprinklers. In sprinkler irrigation, water from a pipe is sprayed into the air. It falls on the plants like rain. It is popular in Rajasthan, Haryana, Madhya Pradesh and Kerala. Sprinkler irrigation and a majority fountain laga they connect it. So when the water is supplied, it a fountain laga water vastundi. So with that water, a water emothundi varshan laga fields meeda padutundi. It is sprinkling. Okay, that's why they use the sprinklers while doing in the irrigation. So this sort of a thing or this sort of a procedure is popular in Rajasthan, Haryana, Madhya Pradesh and Kerala. Next, dams. A dam is a very strong wall built across a river to block the flow of water. What is a dam? You can see Nagarjuna Sagar Dam and near Srisailam they may have a dam. So what are we doing? We are constructing a reservoir. Like we are storing the rainwater or the water from the rivers also we store it in the dam. This water is stored in an artificial lake called reservoir. So whatever the water from the rain or overflowed water is there, we are storing it artificially. That is called as a reservoir. Created behind the dam. Just next to the dam, we are storing it. You can observe it when you go for the Srisailam or any dam you can see. On that, next above that, before the dam you have water being stored. That is called as the reservoir. The stored water is taken to the fields through canals. Gates untaya dam ki, they open up the gates. When they open up the gates, on the other side, whatever the stored water is there, it will be flowing out. A dam is called multi-purpose project. A dam is also called as a multi-purpose project. Why? Multi-purpose. What do you mean by multi? Multi means many. Purpose means uses. So we are using this dam for, the dam is being used in different ways or for many purposes. What are that? Let us see. In a dam, water is made to fall from a great height. The force of falling water is used to generate hydroelectricity. So in this dam, water chala force ga flow avutu untundi when you open up a gates. So when this water is flowing with a great speed, from that flowing water, they produce the electricity. That is called as the hydroelectricity. Hydro ante water. Electricity produced from the water is called as the electricity. It provides water for irrigation. It also provides the water for irrigation. It controls floods. there are heavy rainfall, what happens? The rain will come into the rivers. If the rivers are completely filled with water, what do? They slowly turn out this overflowed water to these dams. Our dam lo మనం ఏం చేస్తున్నాం? We are storing the water. So in this way they are controlling the floods. There are many multi-purpose projects in India. So what are they? The Bhakra Nangal Dam built on the Satluj River. So there is a dam, Bhakra Nangal, that is being constructed on the Satluj River. Damodar River Valley project on River Damodar. Sardar Sarovar Dam on the Narmada River. Mettur Dam built on the Kaveri River. So that these are the different multi-purpose dams we have in our country. Okay children, this is about your or our water resources lesson. Hope you understood this lesson. Now what are you going to do? I am going to give you a small activity in your notebook. Try to collect the pictures of different dams that are in our country, in all the states, right from Jammu Kashmir till Kanyakumari. In all the states, what sort of dams we have? You collect the pictures and you are going to paste it in your notebook. This is a small activity what you are going to do. So with this we have completed your second lesson. Hope you understood the lesson children. We'll meet in your next class with your new lesson. Okay? Thank you.